Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna be playing with some RG. Obviously we're gonna be doing it in Ultimate Champion because I actually got my account to this level. We're gonna start with some RG in the back and very likely we're gonna be playing against some Log Bait. As we've seen, the three first cards being the Ice Spirit Wall Breakers and now the Valkyrie. We're gonna expect some of the cards that synergize with this combo, which most likely will be the cards of the Log Bait. I'm gonna play Fireball here, trying to get rid of the Dark Goblin, and since the Dagger Duchess is dry, we're gonna get a lot of damage with RG. Very good. Monk allowed us to kinda break through, deflect some daggers and the cannon, and we're gonna get into a very good start. Gonna probably just log this princess, kite the Valkyrie and Berserker, kinda eat the wall breakers, because right now it is more important to minimize this damage. We're gonna take some Goblin Barrel damage, which honestly sucks, but it's not the worst feeling in the world. We still have a lot of damage advantage. I think I'm gonna just play Monk right here. Okay, my opponent will be playing Princess, so I'm gonna just play Fishboy to kinda catch it. Trying to get a little bit of push going. My opponent probably... Okay, my opponent won't be blocking the bridge, so Monk can easily deflect the daggers, which was the goal of this move out. I'm gonna play the Electro Spirit here, trying to get the trade against the wall breakers. Then I'm gonna kite with the skeletons, get the fish boy going, kinda block the princess. And yeah, we're gonna get a very nice exchange right here as well. My opponent also will be not having the Evovalk. I'm gonna deflect these daggers with the Monk, even though most of them were absorbed by Fishboy, which sucks. I think it's still a very good exchange. We're gonna kill the Evo Barrel like that, and the tower will go down. My opponent, with a very unfortunate matchup in this first game, will probably not be able to come back into the game. I'm gonna just deploy another Hunter, try to get the 3 crown going. I'm gonna play Electro Spirit here, get the lock against the barrel. I'm gonna deflect with the Monk, trying to get the deflection on the princess. I'm gonna eat Wallies because they won't kill the tower. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit and the lock in case I had to. Even though I could have lost the tower here, I had a very good position to get the other one. So even though the ending was sloppy and I could have defended it better, it wasn't that too bad. We had a very nice matchup and we've played it to a teeth. At least the beginning phase where we got our initial advantage. So yeah, we're gonna right now play the game number 2 against looks like Japanese player, and I'm suspecting that he's gonna be running the graveyard because like with Princess Tower and the Barbarel, okay, it's gonna be actually Hog Rider. Okay, so like I've said in one of my previous videos, most modern Hog decks actually switch to Barbarel instead of Log because they don't have the reliable way of killing the furnace. So that's kind of the problem they've been running into, and that's why most of the modern Hog decks run the Barbarel instead of the Lock. And right now my opponent will just run into a very big problem of not being able to stop RG Monk Fishboy move out. It's very difficult to stop it in single elixir, and unfortunately my opponent won't be able to do so. I already have the tower up, so basically the rest of the game will be about converting the advantage. I'm gonna play Hunter in the back, just to keep a very safe and secure position. I'm gonna play Fishboy as well. And Hog decks usually don't have a big spell to kinda kill grouped units like this, so we're gonna just go for them and play RG in the pocket to tank for everything, and we're gonna promptly take a very nice 3 crown win. And yeah, after that we're gonna just move to the game number 3. Today we're swimming through the matches, it seems. I hope the trajectory will not be changed soon. We're gonna open our very nice golden chest and we're gonna hop to the game number 3. As always, the objective of today's video is to get a 4 daily rewards, and that's gonna be pretty much the goal. I'm also getting very close to 2000 medals, which is pretty nice goal to have in early season. Obviously, I will be trying to be in the running for the top 1k finish on ladder. We're gonna see if I succeed at that. My opponent probably plays goblins and executioners, so it's most likely gonna be the Hog Exe Nado, in which case I'm gonna just play Monk, because it's a very good response against the Executioner. I'm gonna pull the Valk away. My opponent with very good Tornado. RG will get only one shot, and probably he's gonna... Actually, no, he's not gonna play... Okay, he's gonna play the Hog. I thought he's not gonna, because he spends a lot of elixir on defense, but it appears he still wants to go in. And it actually was a good move from him, because I didn't have the Fishboy to activate King Tower. And as well, it was very awkward for me to defend this Hog. I had to spend 7 elixir, and he had to only spend 6 for, first of all... okay, that's gonna be a very easy Fishboy. There's the Fishboy. My opponent will pretty much clean this RG very easily, but he missed the vines here, so he still takes 1 hit. That's super cool, because yes, we waste the Evo RG, but we got a hit from it, and my opponent does not have the Evo Exe, which is super annoying to deal with in this matchup. I'm gonna play very high Evo Hunter, try to kind of deny him a rocket value. I'm gonna play the Monk as well, and I'm gonna try to predict the... Okay, I'm not gonna predict the rocket, but it was a valiant effort. My opponent will not try to tornado the Fisherman, so that's gonna be a successful one. We're gonna get a lot of damage from the... We're gonna get a lot of damage from the from the Hunter, so that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna play the Fishboy to pull the Executioner. We'll take 1 hit on our tower, but it doesn't really matter. We go with another RG, and we're gonna just try to absolutely break his defense. We're gonna play the Fireball to knock back the Exe, which is gonna be super cool. I'm gonna play the Monk here, trying to kinda deflect the Exe. I'm gonna play Skeletons and the Log to counter the Hog. I'm gonna take 2 hits, and yeah, my opponent tried to cheese me, but it's not gonna work. We're gonna play the Royal Giant, we're gonna play the E-Spirit as well, just trying to cycle back very quickly to a Log. Okay, we cycle to the Log, but it actually doesn't matter because RG won't hit. That's unfortunate. We're gonna play the Hunter, I'm gonna play the Fishboy as well, just making sure that I can defend it properly. I'm gonna play the Monk, trying to deflect the Exe. Okay, I do in fact deflect the Exe, but it will be to no avail. I'm gonna play the Fireball, trying to break it. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit here, trying to clean this. Okay, my opponent with a very nice sequence right here. Probably should have been more careful, and actually I only now realized that my opponent is indeed playing... okay, he is actually playing Rocket. Okay, so he wasn't playing Ice Spirit, right? Yeah, he was playing Vines instead of Ice Spirit, so his deck was very spell heavy. I should have kind of considered that. No, he wasn't playing Log. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, so yeah, very unfortunate loss right here, but yeah, I kind of miscalculated. I actually don't remember him playing Ice Spirit. It's okay though. We're gonna be playing against Roll Chef. We're gonna start with a Log. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit to follow it up. Let's try to bait out a big heart out of him. Okay, he's gonna play Baby Dragon, which honestly can mean a lot of decks, but something I would predict that he's running will be um, a Golem Beatdown, because the Golem Beatdowns are very popular as of recently. We're gonna try to get some damage right here against this Goblin Machine. He actually spent a lot of elixir trying to counter that. And my opponent will be going all in, which is super weird. I'm gonna get a E-Spirit to get rid of the annoying troops. I'm gonna go for RG. I think it's gonna be fun to kinda capitalize right now on what we have. My opponent will be playing Vines on the Hunter, which is super annoying. RG will still get 3 hits, which is nice. Yeah, I think we are in a good position. Obviously my opponent will be having Evo Witch and Evo Baby Dragon in cycle, which is super scary to defend. But we got some counter damage, and if my opponent goes in for the Golem, I probably will try to play Monk on the opposite side, and there we go. Okay, so my opponent will be going for the Golem, which will be super scary to defend. But at the same time, I think our job will be to counter push with the RG in a proper way. I'm gonna play Fishboy as well, trying to counteract his potential mini P.E.K.K.A or something. Okay, and we do it. Actually, we'll be getting the whole tower. I'm gonna wait for the baby dragon to cross, so I can properly get rid of that. My opponent will be getting a huge push here, so it's gonna be a bit scary. I'm gonna try to clean this goblin machine and clean the other one with the monk. Gonna play the skeletons to protect my monk for a second. My opponent is playing Vines, which is super scary, but at the same time I don't think it's gonna matter too much. I'm gonna play RG because right now it's the time to start getting damage, and we're gonna get 3 hits, which is not the most, but honestly it's a good start. Now I'm kinda scared of my opponent trying to play just a golem, and there we go. Okay, he's gonna be playing golem. I'm gonna play monk right here to kinda engage with the witch. I'm gonna try to kill it. Okay, that's gonna be actually a very fun defense. And by fun, I mean absolutely not fun. And witch spawns in the last second. Yeah, it's gonna be GG. Unfortunately, I won't be able to stop this push. Probably the better way of playing would be to go for the counter attack, but I really wanted to clean it up because my king tower already took a lot of damage. Yeah, probably there was a better way to deal with that, but I didn't find it on time, so that's gonna suck. We're gonna go to the next game against Farhat. I actually recognize this name from somewhere, but I cannot recall what deck he was playing. I'm gonna start with Skeletons since he's playing Cannoneer. I'm gonna actually overspend on defense. He's gonna be playing Pigs, and my prediction is he's gonna be playing this new Baby Dragon Mighty Miner Royal Hogs deck, which also has the light. Okay, he's gonna be playing Giant Skeleton, which is definitely not that that thing I was speaking of. We're gonna see what next cards will he have. Let's see if he has Fishboy, because if okay, yeah, he will be playing the very old school deck that will be having the mirrored Royal Hogs. And if I recall, yeah, he's gonna be playing the Mirror Royal Hogs deck. I'll have to kinda eat the Fishboy because he got a very nice attack. I think I will be able to get a slight counter push, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Yeah, we're gonna just wait right now. Cannoneer will be very good for him on defense because he will have to play only one small card to fully stop the hunter. He actually plays arrows, which is like super good trade for us. And yeah, this matchup will be kinda difficult because we'll have to always save Fireball for Zappies, and even though we will do that, my opponent will be able to play the Mirror Zappies. Also, I believe this deck was very popular in like 2023, and it was very good despite not having evolutions. So like, I'm actually wondering which evos he tried to implement in that. I'm gonna pull the Zappies, which is super cool. Oh, he will be having evo skeletons, okay. I'm gonna play the Hunter just to make sure that I'm not gonna take too much damage from this giant skeleton. Yes, sir. Hunter will completely clean it up. We're gonna play the Monk in the back. I actually didn't cycle a single RG, which may be a bit problematic. I'm gonna play the Fisherman and try to activate the King Tower of that, and I do. That's very nice. Unfortunately, the Monk goes for the wrong lane, which super sucks. I'm gonna actually go for the Fireball right now. I don't think I have to be too careful of that. I'm gonna play the Log to kinda make my Fish Boy pull his Mother Witch, which is gonna be super nice. I'm gonna play Hunter as well, and my opponent will be trying to go for the Roll Hogs, which is definitely one of the plays. Right now I don't have the Fireball for offense, and he knows that, so he's gonna be playing Zappies. Yeah, that's a very smart choice. I think he should have played the Giant Skeleton at the bridge though. That gives me a lot of time to conjure my own push, and I'm gonna absolutely capitalize on that. We're gonna play RG. We're gonna play the skeletons here to kind of block his Fish Boy, and I do. And right now I think I'm gonna just go for the Fireball. Gonna have to make sure that the giant skeleton doesn't connect onto my tower. I'm gonna play the Fish Boy here. I'm gonna play Monk to kinda defend these Roll Hogs. Yeah, that's gonna be a very rough defense. Gonna try to zap these Mother Witches. Yeah, we're kinda back into the game, but at the same time my opponent has a very nice damage on both sides, so that's gonna be a bit scary. I'm gonna play Fish Boy, and I think I'm gonna just block his Fish Boy. I'm gonna try to get the... Oh, RG doesn't hit. That's super bad. That's super bad. I'm gonna play the Hunter here. The Evo Skeletons will connect on the Hunter, which is, like I've said, super bad. Monk will still kinda get some value. I'm gonna play Hunter here. Yeah, right now I just have to kinda focus. Try to not instantly die, and I didn't hit one pick. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. I kinda messed up one interaction with Evo Skeletons, and his Fish Boy was absolutely a carry pick. It kinda pulled the RG before he hit and killed Evo Skelly, so that was very good for him. Very unfortunate interaction, but it is what it is. Yeah, like I've said, this deck actually didn't have a mirror. I think he replaced the mirror with the skeletons. And he just played the rest of the core deck, because I definitely recognize this deck being popular earlier in the game. I'm gonna just play Electro Spirit against this Ice Spirit. That should be a very natural move. My opponent plays Wall Breakers here, which Fish Boy should counter, even though it looks like he's barely not able to. Fish Boy will push one Wall Breaker just enough, so it's gonna be possible. Also, I'm gonna be playing Monk right here. I'm gonna play a Monk Deflection here, trying to... Okay, I'm not gonna deflect the Goblin Barrel, which will be a kind of embarrassing. I wanted to try at least to deflect the Goblin Barrel. We won't be able to get it done, but it's gonna be still a very nice interaction. Right now we're gonna get some kind of RG move out. I think this cannon... Okay, this cannon will die in 3 shots. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna play E-Spirit, play some Skeletons as well. And I'm gonna play the Fisherman as well, just to pull the Princess. So yeah, definitely not the best early game of all time, but our job is to kinda cycle to our evos and then sell out in double elixir. So in that department at least, we're not lacking too much. Yeah, there's the Goblin Barrel. We're gonna be playing Hunter, and yeah, I think he played a very nice Goblin Barrel, trying to sneak a hit, because the Hunter counters the center barrel like that. But if the barrel is played in a different manner, usually it won't be countered. Also, my pawn tries to get my Monk ability out, which honestly I'm gonna take, because my Monk will be dead anyway. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit, some Skeletons, and a Fisherman, trying to kinda protect my tower, we're gonna play the log, and I'm gonna miss one goblin, which very sucks. But doesn't really matter. I'm gonna play the monk to kind of force out the Evo Valk. Now I'm gonna pop the ability, which is super bad for him. I definitely got the very good position right here. I'm gonna get some RG hits because Evo Valk doesn't fully counter it. I'm gonna get the Hunter to fully counter the Wallies. I'm gonna play the Skeletons because I missed one Skeleton. And right now I think I'm gonna just play for the Monk in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna pop the Monk ability right here. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit here and play the Skeletons too. Okay, I'm not gonna kite the Valkyrie. That's actually super bad. I have to play the Log as well to not take the crucial damage. Yeah, that's a very bad sequence from me, honestly. Should be more careful about that. Yeah, I'm gonna play Fishboy, try to kill the Valk. That should be a full counter, and there it is. Hunter won't counter the Wallies, which super sucks. I'm gonna actually go for the Monk ability early to kinda deflect the Princess just like that. I'm gonna play for the RG right here, and I'm gonna try to go for the Hunter against the Evo Valk to kinda shut it down, because my RG will just have a lot of HP. Right now I'm kinda all in, if that makes sense. RG won't get another hit, which honestly is a very bad sign. I'm gonna play Skeletons to kinda greedily defend the Goblin Barrel and save Log for offense, and I do, nice. I'm gonna play the Monk in front. I'm gonna play RG. Right now it's pretty much the time to sell out. I'm gonna play the Fireball, which misses the cannon. That's very bad. We're gonna get this one. I'm gonna play the Skeletons just to make sure. I'm gonna get the value for my money. I'm gonna get the Log down, and I'm gonna play Fishboy here. Gonna play the Skeletons as well, trying to kinda survive right here, and I do. I'm gonna play the Monk ability to deflect the Cannoneer shot, and Fireball with that should be sufficient. So yeah, once again it was our matchup, and I kinda struggled more than I should have. Initially my opponent was definitely playing very well right here. And with that we're gonna be taking another win into this video. We're gonna try to close it out with the next one though, against Bjartur, if I had to guess. Also playing Roll Chef, so obviously we'll be expecting some kind of beatdown stuff. He starts with Bear Barrel. Honestly, I kinda expect Golem. He plays Goblin Giant, which is very refreshing in this meta, even though Goblin Giant also is kind of a part of these very cheesy decks. I honestly don't hate it as much as I hate Golem decks, because Golem decks kinda rely on some kind of cheesy interaction breaking through for some reason, and Goblin Giant are just the deck that is trading. They're just playing it at the bridge whenever they have the opportunity to. Okay, and the Hunter goes in front, so the Witch won't be fully deflected. I kinda wanted to kill the Witch with just the lock right here. I think it's still gonna be possible, but it's gonna be just harder. I'll have to play the E-Spirit as well. I'm gonna play the Skeletons here. I'm gonna play the Monk as well. I'm gonna play the Deflection here because I want to get rid of the minions. I'm gonna take some rocket damage, which honestly sucks, but I think I didn't have a better choice, so I might as well just take the trade. And then I'm gonna go for RG because he doesn't have like the best responses against RG. He will play Witch, which is a valid response. Now it will be on me to kinda counter that. I think my plan will be to pull the Goblin Giant to the King Tower, and I'm gonna be playing Lock plus Hunter like this to kinda kill the Witch. I'm gonna try to kill the Goblin Giant as well, which didn't get pulled, which is super bad. And the Goblin will get a hit as well. Wow, that was such a bad interaction. I literally don't know how it happened. Like, it's It's literally all about these cards kinda working in a very bizarre way together. I'm gonna pop a ability, trying to get it down. I'm gonna kill the witch like that. And right now I'm gonna just go for the RG. I'm gonna pop the spirit, trying to sneak some RG hits, and my opponent will be playing a very nicely timed minions, which unfortunately on his side I cannot kill. I'm gonna try to get the kill on this goblin machine, and I do. And right now I think I have to just go all in. I have to get a fireball down, and I do. And my opponent has the rage, so yeah, it was very close one. I really thought I can still get it done. I got even a prediction for his barrel, so that's gonna be a very cheesy loss. I thought we have this in the back, but we took slightly too much damage from his overleveled goblin giant. And honestly, I think a lot of hits kinda came down just because his goblin giant got upgraded, because like level 16 goblins are getting 3-shot by the tower, and that's pretty much the biggest reason why the roll chef is so good in goblin giant decks. Because like not only your tower is occupied for a long time, also they deal more damage than usual. Okay, I'm gonna play fireball here, trying to get every barbarian, but I'm gonna miss one, so it's gonna hurt a lot. I really didn't expect my opponent to play mini P.E.K.K.A right here. So yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting start to the game. Against some kind of recruits mini P.E.K.K.A bridge spam. Definitely interesting one. And my opponent will be playing Golden Knight, which definitely synergizes with recruits in some way, shape or form, because like Golden Knight is a card that kinda thrives in chaotic scenarios. So when there are many recruits on the board, pretty much okay, I honestly don't like this situation at all. I'm gonna play the skeletons, try to salvage the position in some sort. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of fishboy damage, but at least we're not dead. And it was his Evo Recruit's timing, so definitely... Okay, I'm gonna play Fishboy, trying to greedily defend the Battle Ram, and we're gonna fail on that because my opponent has the Zap, and unfortunately I cannot even go for the Evo RG. I mean normal RG, because I don't have Evo RG, but I cannot go for the RG instantly because he has mini P.E.K.K.A, like the perfect counterplay to the roll giant. So yeah, we'll have to build our push from the very get-go. I'm gonna play the E-Spirit. I'm gonna play the Log as well. My opponent tries to pull my Monk, which is super cheesy. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a kill on the Golden Knight. I definitely should be able to, right? I'm gonna play the RG because at this point of the game we have to get something done. I'm gonna play Fireball here to try to kill the Inferno Dragon, and the Hunter Pellets literally miss. So yeah, my opponent with a very good matchup against RG. Like honestly, I have no clue how could I ever like... I don't even know how could I trade against this deck. And I don't know, figure out how to trade against this deck because like he has every single response. And even harder task would be to get damage, because like he can always literally go in, disregarding everything that I do, get his damage because I cannot defend, and then he will get bailed out by the mini P.E.K.K.A or Inferno Dragon on defense. So yeah, very difficult matchup, if I were to say so. And we're gonna get another one game, trying to kinda finish off this video. We're gonna give a good luck, and my opponent is playing Roll Chef as well, so a lot of Roll Chefs today. I think it's kind of a reoccurring theme through this season, where like a lot of people run Roll Chef because of how many decks are kind of benefiting from the pancakes. I'm gonna actually Leak Elixir right here, trying to wait for him to make a first move. I'm gonna play a Monk against this Witch, because if he really wants to play a tank in front, I can just pop the ability and Fireball and kinda get rid of the Witch in that way. I'm gonna play E-Spirit, trying to get all of these skeletons here. I'm gonna get a pull on the Witch. Unfortunately, my opponent will be getting a very good Prince as well. I'm gonna play the Hunter in the back just to make sure I'm gonna get the interaction right. And yeah, my opponent plays the cards in the back, which definitely signifies that he will be trying to get aggressive. I'm gonna play RG to kinda make his offense irrelevant. And I also forced out the Goblin Machine, which is definitely a card that we don't want to mess around with. We're gonna play Skeletons, I think. That's gonna be the best move. Even though we kinda are vulnerable against the Prince right now, I think it was kinda still necessary to stop that. And we're gonna wait a little bit for my opponent to commit to the Witch. We're gonna play the Monk on the same side, because the Monk with the Fireball is a very good response against the Witch. I'm gonna pop the ability right now to kinda injure the Witch in the way. I'm gonna play the Hunter as well. My opponent shouldn't be able to play the Vines, and that's why we can kinda get away with that. I'm gonna get another Fish Boy, which is unfortunate. Okay, my opponent will be trying to very cheese me, which is super not fun. I'm gonna play the Log. This Witch will still keep getting damage, which is super unfortunate. But right now we are back to the Evo Hunter, which will be definitely the key to our next defense. And like I've said, like this deck kinda relies on trading consistently. And for as long as you can keep on trading on your opponent's side, you will be most likely fine. I'm gonna right now go for the counterplay. I'm gonna play the Hunter as well, try to kinda clear up any swarm units, and I do. I'm gonna play Skeletons to kinda protect my Hunter, which definitely didn't pay off. And I think right now I'm in the offensive cycle, so I can just keep attacking him. And the Hunter pellets connect, so that's gonna be super cool. We're gonna play the Fireball on the Witch to kinda direct it on the opposite side, and we're gonna take the win. GG. That was a very stressful matchup because he had this very strong offensive setup, but we've managed to survive and we're gonna secure the game. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Unfortunately, we're one game down in total, but yeah, I usually fare better while playing off recording, because I'm focusing more on like actually tracking cards and tracking cycle instead of explaining things around the game. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video though. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, that's gonna be another consistency video. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching and see ya.